Okay guys, we are hooked up on a small sinking Yozuri, I believe that was. Been trolling for a while. We just had one strike on the lead core, which has a small Rapala on it, but this was right on the surface. David is playing in perfectly, nice and gentle. And we're just I just got the boat steered out over open water here. I've slowed us down. We were going 2.8 on the hookup there, but we're going like 1.7 now. I dropped it to as slow as it'll go. I see something. I see a piece of moss. Okay, the fish is down there somewhere though. Still haven't seen the, oh, there he is. A nice little fish. Nice little rainbow. Come here, guy. Come to daddy. He's okay. In the box. Okay. Well, we'll take it. Yeah. Oh, look how he took it. Look at that. He wanted that.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah. That plug is just gone. Nice. Nice. Pull me a little slack and lean it up there and we'll get him in the box and we are good to go. Man, I'm stoked by how he took it. Not really sure how much. Howdy guys, welcome back to the channel. California. If you don't like the weather, just wait a little while and it's gonna change. A couple days ago, I was out on the FHS pontoon boat at Collins Lake. I was guiding in shorts. Now I'm at home. I'm burning off some burn piles here. That's probably the smoke you see behind me. And it just got done snowing. So what a drastic change in the weather. And probably not gonna do anything to help the fishing, or maybe it will, who knows. It was a little bit slow last week. The bite was transitioning and we were getting fish trolling, but we were having to put in our work. While I was up at the lake, we've been catching a lot of fish on minnow plugs. I had an angler named Caden stop by the boat and he asked me to show him how I'm rigging my minnow plugs. And you know, I rig them the same way as I rig spoons and a lot of other things. Let me take you through the steps because I bet there's a lot of guys out there in YouTube land that are kind of wondering the same thing. He asked me about the Rapala knot. We'll get into that in a second. But here's my basic rigging. I've got this rod rigged up for top lining with a little tangled there with a beautiful Fire Tiger Countdown Rapala right there. That is just a dandy looking plug. Brand new, right out of the box. Haven't ran it yet, but I will be running it soon. So up here, this is the main line coming from my rod. I'm spooled up with braided line right there, but I have a 25-foot top shot right here of 20-pound fluorocarbon line. Pass that line through a bead, then I attach a ball bearing trolling swivel right there because I am always at war with line twist. All my rods are rigged up that way, whether they're lead core, top lining rods, everything, main line through a bead to the ball bearing trolling swivel right there. That's where I attach my leader. I'm either running with 8 or 10-pound test fluorocarbon leader material, 30 to 40 inches long. Down at the business end, I tip that with a small fine wire lock snap. I used to call that a cross lock, but one of the guys that watches the channel said that's not a cross lock, that's just a lock snap. So I want to get the proper name to identify that. So that is a small lock snap, the smallest lock snap I could find actually. So I attach that with a Palomar. I attach that ball bearing trolling swivel with a Palomar as well. Very strong knots, 90+% of the line's breaking strength when you use a Palomar knot versus, you know, a clinch knot, or also known as a fisherman's knot. That's about a 70% knot. So the Palomar doesn't significantly weaken the strength of the leader material, which is again 8 to 10-pound test. And right here, if you look in a box that comes with a Rapala, it says attach the Rapala via a Rapala knot. And what that is it's a type of loop knot. What they don't want you doing is attaching the plug, and this one actually came with a split ring on it. But what they don't want you to do is attach the plug with a tight knot like a Palomar or an improved clinch knot right up on the eye of the lure, because that's going to hamper the action. The Rapala knot is designed to give the plug free motion. Well, we replaced that Rapala knot with that snap, and that gives the lure free motion, whether we're talking about a spoon, a trigger spoon, a Castmaster, trigger spoon junior, a Rapala, a Yozuri, a Speed Shad, whatever. We always use that lock snap, and that gives the lure a full range of motion. And because we're using a lock snap, we can change lures very quickly. If I'm out on the water and, say I'm top lining with this and that bite, goes away, if I want to take off the Rapala, snap on, say a trigger spoon junior, put it in the downrigger and drop it down 20 feet. Very simple to do with my rig. Snap the lure on right there at the snap, and I'm ready to fish. Likewise, if I want to put on a trolling fly, I just snap off this leader, put on a fly leader, and I'm ready to troll a fly. If I want to throw a dodger in the mix, I insert the dodger right here. I hook the dodger on that trolling swivel, and then I snap the leader on the back of the dodger. So this system is made for maximum efficiency. I can quickly change lures, I can quickly change rigs, and the more time you have the bait in the water, the more fish you're gonna catch. That's kind of a no-brainer. Out on the water, you don't wanna be wasting time tying knots or rigging up. All my stuff snaps together. They're set up the same way. Wes and I share tackle on the guide boat, so we know what to expect. When we get out there, we want to change lures, we want to change leaders. Everything's ready to go. Everything's pre-tied at home. It's all stored on, sections of pool floaty. We are ready to rock and roll with maximum efficiency. That's how I fish minnow plugs, spoons, and pretty much everything else. 30 to 40 inches of 8 to 10 pound test fluorocarbon leader material. The fish can't see it, and it works for us, and it will work for you. It's starting to snow again a little bit. I'm out of here for now. I'm Kel Kellogg. I'm going to go check on these burn piles. If you're looking for gear, including my Signature Series rods, go on over to fishhuntshoot.com, and you'll find everything you need to yell fish on. Thank you, guys.